Hey guys, welcome back to Manicoro Custom Guitars. And this is the part 3 of my LED guitar fretboard. In today's episode, I'm going to go through the toolpaths for the next step. Now that I have the epoxy dried, it's time to do the cavities for the LEDs. So let's go on Fusion so I can explain some of the toolpaths that I'm using. Then we can start the machining process.
Hey guys, welcome back to Fusion 260. And just before I go through the toolpaths, I want to show you what LEDs I used. This is the WS2812B, which is mounted on a PCB. And you can find these standalone, without being mounted on a PCB. And this type of LED is what you find in an RGB strip. And each of these LEDs is driven by an Arduino in this case. Being mounted on a PCB makes them much easier to work with. In the beginning, I tried to use just them without being mounted on a PCB, and it was very hard to work with. But then I found these types and it makes it much more easier. For the 12th fret, I use this ring. This ring is made out of 12 of those individual LEDs, the same one that I use for the fret markers. And this was it was the perfect thing to use for the 12th fret. They come in various sizes and even shapes, because I'm pretty sure there are with center LEDs, boxes. It makes them much easier to work with. So let's go to Fusion and have a look at the toolpaths. Now, with the epoxy dried, the first thing that I want to do is to machine this square part of the LED. And this is just a pocket operation. I'm using a 1.6 millimeter bit, and I'm going a depth of overall, if I'm not mistaken, of 4 millimeters. The LED itself is 3 millimeter thick, so I'm leaving 1 millimeter from the back of the fretboard, so I have enough space for the wiring. Now, since I have the 1.6 millimeter bit in the collet, I want to finish up the alignment holes for the fretboard. This is to locate the fretboard on the neck. Here there are two holes of 2 millimeters each, and these are aligned with the first fret and probably the 19th fret probably, but they will be covered with the fret. Again, I'm using a 1.6 millimeter bit, and after that I can do the wiring routing. Now here I'm using, you don't see the routing designed, it's just because it's a sketch, and I'm using a 1.6 millimeter bit, and then I'm tracing out that sketch. These are the sketches for the ground and power wiring. And as you can see, the trace follows. It's a bit confusing, yes, I know. But it is like that. In the middle, I have the routing for the data wiring. Again, it's a trace operation. And I'm going deep, about 1 millimeter. Now after that operation, again it's a trace operation with the 1.6, and these are the remaining wire routing that connects the main power supply and the main ground to the LEDs itself and the data as well. Remember, here I'm going with one main power cable and one main ground cable, and then I'm going to branch out from each LED individually to those main wire routing. Now after that I can switch to the 3mm bit and I can do these little holes. Now these are soldering points. This is where the wiring will join together, and so I have some room to put solder between the joints. Here I'm just using a 3mm bit and it's a boring operation. Now with the same 3mm bit, I can cut the pocket for the PCB. And this is a bore operation. Remember that the material in the middle was removed with the previous operation for the LED pocket. Here I have two, just in case that the first one will be a little tight. I went a little bit over on the second cut, so I can check if it's needed or not. Usually I will go a 0.2 oversize. Sometimes that is enough. Now next up, I can machine the ring, the pocket for the LED ring. And for this time I used just a contour operation. For some reason the pocket wouldn't help, and in this case I'm using a 6mm router cutter. Same as the others, I'm going a 4mm depth, because again the ring is 3mm thick and I'm leaving that 1mm from the bottom of the fretboard to accommodate the wiring.
That's it for today, guys. I hope you liked it, enjoyed it, and learned something from it. In the next episode, I'm going to start soldering the LEDs and prepare the fretboard for glue up. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to answer them for you. Now, if you like this video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends. It helps the channel a lot. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you'll be aware about my future releases. I do CNC and guitar building content, and until the next time, take care and goodbye.